Hello, hello, hello. Hi everyone, hope you are well. Sorry I'm a bit late. I have just come back from a dance lesson, beginner's dance lesson, very much beginner. So sorry I'm a bit late, just got back there from the metro. Welcome to day 3 of the On Your Way to 30k savings challenge. Do let me know how you've got on with the other videos. Hope it has gone well. Hope you find them helpful. Hope you find them useful. I'm just going to post this into our private group and then I'm ready to go. If you've missed any of our videos, do remember that they will be on the group for this week. And this is the final video, although I'm going to have another little video tomorrow for all of you. But today we're going to look at the best ways to transfer your money home. Okay? Do let me know where you are tuning in from. Let me know where you're watching the video from. Hope you're having a nice evening. So there's a few different ways to transfer your money home. Okay, so I'll tell you about the ways that are available. I'll tell you about the ways that I use. So first of all, you have the bank. Some people like to use the bank to transfer money home. Some people like to use online currency exchanges, and some people like to use the currency house, for example, that the shops, the currency exchange places that you get in malls. So I'll talk about the pros and cons. So first of all, the bank, it probably is quite handy. You can transfer quite quickly. You can be in by the next day. It's usually most convenient. One of the cons of the bank is that usually the rate is not great. So the rate they offer usually is by far the worst rate that you can probably get. So myself personally, I wouldn't really ever transfer using the bank. Secondly of all, you might be charged a transfer fee. Okay. Before I go on to the way that I use, so the next way you can use, hi everyone, let me know where you are tuning in from. Don't be afraid to say hi, don't be afraid to share the video if you're on the page, don't be afraid to like and love the video. Another way that it's proved really, really popular, and I haven't actually used it myself, but I'm in the process of trying to get it set up, is an online currency exchange. For example, like Currency Fair, or I think there's one called FX. Let me know if anyone else uses an online currency. Please stick it in the comment section. And there's lots of pros to that. I do believe the rate is better than the bank. I do believe that the fees are kind of reduced. The one issue, hi Abid, how are you? The one issue that I have found with using an online currency, so for example, Currency Fair, I have set up my account with them and they have been absolutely brilliant. Hi Sarah, how are you? They've been absolutely brilliant. Their customer service is top notch, second to none. And I've set it up, I had to get some documents from school to verify who I am and everything else. That's been fine. But my issue is actually with my bank. Currency Fair require you to transfer the money in dirham. So internationally to I think it's to London in dirham. And there they get the best rate for you. I assume because they've got a large amount of money, enough dirham, they can negotiate a better rate and then transfer it to Ireland. However, my bank doesn't allow, in UAE, so it's nothing to do with Currency Fair, my bank in the UAE doesn't allow international transfer in dirham. So that's why I'm in the process of setting up another saving account, which I mentioned yesterday, setting up another savings account in a different bank that does allow international transfer in dirham, and I'm going to test it out. So one day I'm going to use Currency Fair and then my current method, same amount, same day, and see which one works out better, like in terms of fees, in terms of exchange rate, etc. Okay, but I have heard great things about those. And there's also another one my friend recommended to me. I'll put the link if I remember it. I think it's FX, Currency FX, Transfer FX. But Currency Fair I found absolutely brilliant so far, but I will let you know how I get on. And then the last one that I use personally is I tend to withdraw my money out of the ATM and I go to a currency house here in Dubai, just in the mall. I usually go to UAE Exchange. To be honest, I usually try 2 or 3. I check their rate, I see the best rate, and then if you've got a lump sum, you can definitely haggle. You can ask them for their best rate, and that usually works quite well if you've got a large sum of money. And I would I would exchange it to euros. I usually use a little charge, like 50 dirham, and you can either then, you're allowed to carry up to 10,000 euros or pounds through customs at the airport, you want to carry it, or you might want to transfer it. I'm pretty sure you can transfer it to your bank at home. They can offer a transfer service to you, but your bank on the other side may charge a fee. Just be aware of that. I know some people who have banks, I'm not sure about Ireland, but in the UK, certain banks don't charge you a fee when they receive your money from abroad. So you can maybe look at your account and see, can you perhaps get that on your account so that you don't get charged a fee. But your home bank usually do charge a fee. That's what I tend to do, and I find it works really well. And once they've transferred it and the bank have taken a fee, I do get a really, really good exchange. But I'm definitely going to try Currency Fair. I'm going to try both on the same day and same amount and see which one works better, and then write a blog post for you guys and get back to you about how it went for me and what I would recommend. Obviously, my way is a bit more hassle. You have to go to the bank and then transfer and everything else. Or go to the currency house and then exchange it. Currency Fair seems to be quite straightforward, a little bit easier. In terms of timings, I imagine Currency Fair may be a little bit quicker, although I'm not sure. I will again let feedback to you about that, if it's quicker or not. But that's definitely something I would recommend. So what about you guys? What have you found is the best way to transfer money home? Do you use bank? Do you use currency houses? Do you use online ways to transfer? Do let me know what you use and what works best for you. Okay. Yeah, that's really it. That's just my take on it. Initially, though, when you see the rate, for example, between the bank and the currency house, it may not seem like much, but when you're transferring thousands and thousands, it actually can make a massive difference. So definitely do consider that. Even though for ease of use, I get that, but if it's like something like Currency Fair, we can do it online as well, which is really handy. It's the same, thing as online banking. It might take a bit longer to get your home account, but if that means that you could be, means the difference of 50 to 100 or more euros each time you transfer. If you do it every month, that's a huge saving to make. So definitely do take the time to check it out. I'd love to hear back from you guys in terms of what you thought of the challenge so far. I will have something tomorrow related to the On Your Way to 30k challenge I really want to share with you. I'm quite excited. And so that will probably be tomorrow around, probably a little bit earlier, or maybe a bit later. Probably a bit earlier than normal. No, probably, earlier than tonight. Tonight was an exception. But I will have something for you tomorrow, particularly useful for those expats who are in already teaching. Definitely helpful for potential expat teachers, but really helpful for current expat teachers. Oh, Abid Sharif, that's actually a great question. Always keep an eye on the exchange rate. I tend to use XE currency. I have an app on my phone, and you're absolutely right, you can check it, and you can go to like a day view, a week view, a month view, and see where the rate. But definitely do check the rate. That's actually a great question. I know before when Brexit was happening, I know some colleagues they exchanged a whole pile of money before Brexit, and if they'd waited till the day after, when the pound fell, they would have got a lot more for their money. So keep your eye on different events that might affect your currency in your home country, because if it plunges, your home currency, the value of your home currency plunges, then it's cheaper for you then to buy more. So when you're transferring from dirham, so say imagine it usually would have cost 5 dirham to buy £1. Maybe when Brexit happened, I think it only cost you 3.5 or 4 dirham to buy £1, which means you can buy more pounds, which means you earn a lot more. So that's actually a great question. Hi Helen, how are you? Hope you're well. So that's a brilliant question. Actually, it's a really good one. Keep an eye on the rates. I know some people like to, I don't know, the thing is, I think once you're saving money, you can always just take it out and keep it somewhere. Well, that might be the safest thing to do depending on where you live. But also, what I used to do in Qatar was I had two current accounts. One was like where my salary went into, and then one is where I just used to transfer my money to keep it there. Because maybe I didn't necessarily want to transfer. I don't really transfer each month. To kind of keep costs down, I'd rather just pay the one transfer fee, the 150 dirham. Usually every 3 months I transfer. I make a big transfer. And that's what I recommend that you can do too, but make sure you keep it somewhere that I know I won't spend, I know I'll have saved it. But if you can't really trust yourself, I definitely recommend you've got a separate account that you keep it in there, and once you give yourself something to live on, always pay yourself first. Always, when you get your salary, put away your savings for the future, and then live on the rest. make a rough calculation of what you need, and be realistic, include a bit of spending, socialising, see where you can save money, keep your rent, etc., cost of your car, but then put the rest in a safe place that you can save up and let it build up, and then transfer maybe every 2-3 months. And in Qatar, I only tended to transfer twice a year. I used to transfer at Christmas, and I used to transfer for the summer. However, you want to transfer a bit more regularly, because do remember, if anything happens, or anything goes wrong, and if you unfortunately face deportation, they tend to freeze your account and you can't get your money. So, it's highly unlikely, but maybe something you want to consider. Whatever works best for you. Maybe it's a small price to pay if you transfer every month, and that 12 euro, 50 dirham, maybe it's worth it so that you save. Okay, it's a small price to pay, rather than doing it every 3 months and you're not sure if you'll actually keep the money in your account. You might have it spent beforehand. So that's what I definitely recommend in terms of transferring money home. And I think that's it. Once you're saving it, send it out. At the moment, I'm currently transferring mine to my Internex, which I mentioned to you before, which is where I'm trying to put my money away for the future for a pension. Because obviously as an expat, I won't have a pension. I haven't worked long enough in the UK or Ireland to qualify for a pension. And I'm not even sure in terms of state pension what I'm entitled to. But this is a way of you invest yourself. You cut out the middleman. You don't go through an expensive, or not expensive. You don't go to a necessarily financial salesperson. So the fees are reduced because you're on yourself. It's an online investment platform. I've already mentioned it before. Check out Andrew Hallam's book, Millionaire Expat. Do I have it here? Usually I have it nearby to look at. I'm always reading it. No, I don't. Must be in my room. Sorry. Okay, so that's what I definitely recommend. Hope that was helpful. Please tune in tomorrow. I will have something quite exciting that I'm going to talk about on the group. Again, it's very much related. It's basically based on your way to 30k. A much more definite program to make sure that you save at least 30k, that's 30k euros, dollars or pounds in 2 years, the minimum you can save. Okay, thank you guys. If you're on the page, please share. If you've got any expat friends, expat teachers, it doesn't have to be for teachers, it could be any expat or anyone who's trying to save some money. Hopefully this will help. Okay, have a lovely evening and I shall talk to you tomorrow. Bye.